Good day and welcome. Today's episode is about the use of sarcasm and why I consider it one of my 11 never evers. This is Tips to Teach, and the mission is to share information to ease the demands of the teaching profession. I am Shauna Jefferson with nearly 30 years of experience in 5 districts, both public and charter, and have taught over 1,800 students. I promise to illustrate how to be considerate and careful with the choice of words and humor we may use with our students. Sarcasm is one of my 11 never-evers. However, there is a caveat. Some believe that sarcasm is a discipline tool to manage students. It may even be a part of the family dynamic for some of your students. In other families, it is not used and may be seen as inappropriate. Most parents don't like it, especially when addressing the little ones. The same goes for principals. Some believe there is nothing wrong with it, and others believe it is disrespectful. You will have to pay attention to this dynamic. Just remember that whatever you do or say in your class is confirmation of what you allow your students to engage. If you are heard saying freaking or effing, your students will pick up on that and immediately consider it acceptable for them to use. In my opinion, you have to know when you should use sarcasm and how to use it. I used sarcasm with my students, but only in certain cases. I had some guidelines. 1. I never used sarcasm to demean or belittle. I made sure that it did not evaluate or attack the student's personhood, their intelligence, their physical abilities, their appearance, their mental or emotional capacity, their family dynamics, or their status of friendships. If you alienate kids with low blows, they will turn on you, and you can almost never get them back, even the little ones. 2. All students don't have a sense of humor. Some students are serious and reserved. They don't get it, and they don't like it, and you cannot assume they will understand. 3. I never used sarcasm at the beginning of the year. I was getting to know students, learning their academic levels and their pattern of behavior. There was no need for it. My sarcasm was only related to something that was just stated, class procedures, or non-academic situation. When a student asked to go to the restroom, after I have thoroughly ingrained the non-verbal bathroom procedure, I would give them a crazy look, and I may answer with, "Sure, you can go to the restroom at 3 p.m. And then they would think and smile, "Oh yeah, I just can't go right now." Right. Another example of acceptable sarcasm was used when a long-term project was assigned. Students were given a handout of the requirements, and the same was on the smartboard screen. A student would ask if it was due tomorrow. My response was, "Yes, for you it is," as I point to the large, bold due date on the paper that they did not read or hear me state 5 seconds ago. I did not make up nicknames for my students. However, that may be your thing and it inspires the kids. Just be careful that it does not demean or belittle or promote a stereotype like the Godfather or Mommy Dearest or other crazy characters. I would never want to feed into the images that are not inspiring and uplifting. Our words are powerful, and what we speak into our students can manifest. If the student told me to call them Santo instead of Santiago, that's what I did. A student named Mariana may not want to be called Mary or Anna. I did not just assume. I would ask. Realize that I take certain care with EBD students and students with personality diagnosis here. I would not use any type of sarcasm or nicknames with them. Remember how sarcasm can creep in when speaking to children and about children. There's a huge difference saying a student is a fool or is crazy or is dumb than saying a student is acting like a fool or acting crazy. If you say a student is something, the student will receive it as, this is who I am, and I cannot change who I am, and the person that is supposed to inspire me is cutting me down, as opposed to saying, you are acting foolish, or what you did was foolish. That means the student has the opportunity to make a different choice the next time. As educators, we want students to grow and evolve, so the student is not defined by their behavior. They should be called out for poor behavior choices and told that just as easily as you chose to do X, Y, and Z, you could have easily chosen not to. Thank you for listening.